again with another YouTube video. I have started so many freaking quarterback franchise or whatever you want to call it, but this is kind of my newest one I've already started. I don't think I recorded any series with Anthony Fox, which is my quarterback that I'm using, my custom quarterback. I got him traded to Arizona, so we're doing pretty good so far. We are 3-0 in the league right now. We have not lost a game yet, and right now we're winning 7-0. So let's get it. And make sure you like and subscribe to my videos.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. The numbers for Mixon last week: 14 carries, 52 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
While the Bengals struggled in 2018, running back Joe Mixon certainly did not. Over 1,100 yards running the ball, caught 43 passes. Expect both of those numbers to continue to climb in his years in the NFL.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
I don't absolutely get it. It's kind of bullcrap right now. So, here we go.
40 up. 318. Check. 43. Squeeze, double. Hands up.
Dalton up, play action.
Get him. Oh.
And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, this time. And it's second down. Now look now at the defensive starters for the Cardinals. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now Joe Mixon. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
I'm going to go middle.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
I'm running.
And they work this out past the 25. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Sorry, I accidentally unplugged my mic on accident. Didn't mean to, but... Man.
Let's go now. Switch the outlaw. Be a long day for you.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 47 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Hang on, let's do an instant replay real quick. We are gonna watch this replay. Definitely out of bounds.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Flushed out right. That's going to be caught by Kirk. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Let's go.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now Dawson for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. That time a 6-play drive. And it's David Johnson who provides the capper as he scores on the touchdown run.
Tell me what you guys think in the comments. What do you guys think? Like, I really want to know.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing. Dalton. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Come on, Lot. We better than that.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
I go to bed until like freaking 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because...
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Play fake. Here's Dalton.
30 in the morning.
Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I don't care if I fight him any day.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now it's Peterson.
Dude, there's no way I'm about to get a 100-yard touchdown.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 77-yard punt return. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point try now for Dawson. And it is now 21-0. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, with the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Offense.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
And the Bengals on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Dalton here from the gun. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He finds his running back, Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mixon. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Dalton now to pass. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carlos Dunlap picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On to try the field goal now, Phil Dawson. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Dawson's kick is up and through. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
But this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Muhammad Wilkerson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. Jared Goff, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we head cross-country to check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Eli Manning still got it. 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And that game's gone to the half, all even at 10-10. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10.
But in baseball, excuse me, but in baseball and football, they didn't make it where you can fight and get mad at each other. Hockey's rated E for
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go.
I think that would be amazing. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think they should add fighting into football?
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
Yeah, what do you think? No one knew I had the ball.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he finds Fitzgerald.
Pass interference. Offense.
They're calling pass interference, dude.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
He's gone for a touchdown.
The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, we got to get an interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
That player's well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Passing, it's Dalton. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there at a Bengal first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick.
I called that one, and I am off to the races, man. That's a long touchdown. Oh, man.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
You guys don't
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Right
Pick
as he's about to
12,
get
explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the
Right?
end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
And the Cardinals are in. Touchdown. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Now Dawson for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here we go with a player's spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. And they'll let that play, the completed pass, stand as they decline the penalty.
So do you get the sense they like their defense?
Yeah, they wanted that next down to come up.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the yardage there at all. Just what you said. Let the downs trickle away.
So Dalton now. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton. And that is incomplete.
He just threw it a second before the tackle.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
To the right, out of bounds.
He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline.
You know what? I'm going to say screw it, and I'm going to go with a Hail Mary for once. I never throw Hail Marys, but hey, here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete.
Fourth quarter, baby, let's go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Let's go with another
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. This is caught inside the 15.
Let's go, baby.
That's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover him.
Green's pissed. See, that's what I mean. They get mad, but it won't let them fight.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And Dawson's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive. Poor punter. Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times.